Hello guys, coming at you today from Ladbroke Grove in North Kensington with a wild tale, a very wild tale of this area. Right, but first of all, see that chicken shop there, Chicken Valley, that one there, remember that, because this tale pertains to that very chicken shop. But first of all, let me park up at the scene of the crime. You gonna let me go? No, you ain't. Alright, so Ladbroke Grove, Chicken Valley. Remember that, yeah? Alright, here we go. Here's the bit here. Thorpe Close. So what happened here was, this was around October of 2018. Oh, stalled there. You did not see that. So this was around October 2018, right? Oh my goodness. I've not told this story to anybody, so keep it between us, yeah? Not my finest moment. So at this very alleyway, Thorpe Close, chicken shop, remember? Chicken Valley is on the other side of this building here, these houses. And what happened is, one day after work, I thought, you know what, let me go get the family some dinner instead of cooking for the night. And so I went to the shop, parked up here first of all, this very spot, and went into the shop, and got the bucket chicken meal, whatever it was, and it was a family meal, so it was quite a, it was quite a big meal. So anyway, I walk along down here from the shop, get to here, right, and I could see from on the side there, where the old lady is now, literally there, the cycle barriers there, and there are these group of schoolboys there, like half a dozen of them. You're talking what, 14, 15-year-old, and they were eyeing me up and down like I'm a juicy fat tart. I come up to my bike and start the bike up, and before I know it, I look behind me. Well, I'm positioned this way, so I look to my right, I should say, and suddenly I just see those very boys that were stood right there, about 6 of them, just dash at me. They just run up to me, right? Bomb rush me, all 6 of them, right? Now in that scene, you'd think, right, they'd go for my wallet, they'd go for my keys, they'd try to nick my bike and take it for a little joyride. But no, you wouldn't believe what they wrestled off me instead. It was the food. It was the chicken meal. It was it was the family bucket. Oh my lord. Yeah, they took that, honestly, they wrestled that off me. Now, in this scuffle, right, all I was doing was just pushing them away from me and my bike, because I don't know what they were going for. Before, they obviously made it obvious by snatching one of them, distracting me, and the other one coming to my, well, it was like a mission there. Clearly, these lads had not done it. This had not been the first time. They clearly had done it before. And so at that time, I was thinking, God, I don't know what they're going for. But at the same time, these are little ones, these are kids, 14, 15-year-olds. And whatever the cause, I'm not going to jail and losing my job and going to jail for beating on a bunch of school kids. What are you in for, mate? Oh, attempted robbery, what are you in for? Oh, selling Class A drugs. What are you in for? Beating up a bunch of 14, 15-year-old schoolboys over some fried chicken. Which is not healthy anyway, so... And then, when they got the bag off me, the food, they just legged it somewhere to the left, further up towards Portobello Market side. And I had to collect my marbles, I had to collect my bearings for a minute, because I couldn't believe what just happened. And, I was just so shocked. I was not expecting that, and wow, what can I say? And a short while later, I gave it about 15 minutes or so, Um, I went back to the shop, got another meal. I know, right? Coming back for round 2 this time. And then on the way home, because I didn't live too far from this very spot with the family at the time, um, I, I drove past the same group of boys eating, enjoying my family bucket at a bus stop, devouring those pieces of chicken and chips and whatnot. But you know what? Let them have it. Yeah, those kids, honestly, I felt for them. They looked positively, you know, starving. Let's just say, you know, child poverty in North Kensington is not a joke. You wouldn't think, you know, this borough, you know, that has places like, you know, High Street Kensington and and the King's Road and, you know, and Sloane Square and so on, and Knightsbridge. You wouldn't think, yeah, that very same borough, in that very same sort of part of London, you'd get kids, you know, wrestling fast food off people, school kids like that. It's shocking tale. Another weird one I've witnessed around this area, again involving schoolboys, is a weird one. This time was in Notting Hill Gate. There's a McDonald's there, and I went there for like a hot drink because obviously I eat healthy and everything. Wink, wink. And and these kids are turned up to the McDonald's I saw, where they pre-bought pack of frozen fish fingers from Iceland. One of them took out his Iceland bag from his book bag, and then from that Iceland bag took out a pack of frozen fish fingers. And they all asked the staff. There was about 3-4 of them this time, and they asked the staff if they could fry them, the fish fingers. It was like, I remember the guy at the checkout was like, "Mate, are you having a laugh?" You would not have it. Wouldn't have it. Gosh. So child poverty isn't something to joke about around these parts. It's a serious thing in London. You know, often, you know, South London, you know, from whenever I'm going to visit the family, I've had kids, you know, again, you know, 14, 15, 13-year-old boys coming up to me asking me for, you know, if I could buy them some fried food, you know, some fried chicken or something from the chicken shop, you know. It's a sad, sad situation. Yeah, but that's the tale of this very location, this very alleyway. Thorpe Close, Ladbroke Grove. So beware if you guys are ever visiting Chicken Valley. You come back to your vehicle on this very alley, Thorpe Close. Be careful, because you might have a couple of hungry school kids ready to pounce on you. Alright, I thought I'd just share that little tale as I was passing through this area. Alright, and with that, I bid thee farewell. Bye bye.